What's going on, yo? Welcome back to Cigar Ralphie. I'm actually here on my balcony in Africa, chilling. Just wanted to talk about something real quick, man. And I didn't talk about it. Something that everyone's been talking about. Big issue, because it's a major thing. It's that the 15-year-old boy who got stabbed to death in New York in the street by some thugs or whatever, or wannabe thugs, whatever you want to call them. And they got caught, by the way, thank God. You know, and it was a case of mistaken identity. The bodega, the convenience store, you know, we call it bodega in DR, in New York, you know, Dominicans call it bodega. The bodega in DR is being shut down permanently. I think the guy lost his business license, the owner of the store. Now, if you don't know the backstory, or if you haven't seen the video, in the video, I'm not going to put it on here, in the video, you see the guy, or two, I don't know if that's the owner, I guess it is, the owner and somebody else probably that works there. They came out as he was being, you know, dragged out by the gang members and stabbed, whatever. The thing is, he didn't do anything. Okay, now, allegedly the gang members had threatened him. You better not do nothing, whatever, you know, and all that good stuff. But, you know, he didn't call 911 or anything, I believe. That's what it was. He didn't do anything. So the city, because of all the outrage, people protesting, closed down the store. Now, at first, you know, we're looking at it from a angry person who wants justice point of view, which we should. It makes sense. Okay, we want justice. We want this to be taken care of. We're looking at it as parents, as brothers, as friends, you know, a loved one, anything. You know, that's the eyes that we're looking at the situation from. But we're also looking at it, but what we're not seeing is that we're also looking at it from the point of view of a person who wasn't there, who is in the, well, what I would have done situation. We're in the what I would have done seat right now, because we're looking at the situation from our phones, on the TV, or wherever you're seeing it at. And by that I mean the gang. We all know how gangs work, or whatever, you know, how criminals work. These people came in with knives. Remember, New York is big on gun control. They don't like guns and, you know, none of that stuff. He may not have had a gun, just like Uncle Hotep said. He may not. We don't know. Obviously, he didn't, because they would have reported that. They would have exposed that already. That's what I think. So they went there and they threatened him. This is 5 guys went in there and threatened this guy. Hey, if you say something, whatever, we're gonna come in and stab you. So, you know, none of us know what we would have done. All of us are like, well, I would have done this. Well, even I said, you know, I'm usually always strapped, and I would have been. I was like, man, I would have done this, but I don't know that. You know, we don't know that. You know, and to shut this guy down, you know, I don't know what was going through his head at the time. I say to myself, yeah, maybe if I was him, I would have definitely, if I would have seen, I would have definitely been on the phone. But I don't know if he went to pick up a phone and they were like, hey, you pick that phone up, we're going to come in and kill you or your family and all that stuff. So we're over here saying it like, oh, that's what I would have done, you know. Now, it's a double-edged sword. I'm still upset that this happened. Wish it didn't happen, especially mistaken identity. But the thing with the media is, and Uncle Hotep's video had pointed it out, is they went ahead and wrote a whole article on this convenience store. Oh, this guy, this, and it's like they're putting the blame on the store owner, and yet they write the site. And if you see how they wrote it, it's so like psychological. It's like mind games, like, you know, psychological games. They wrote, the gang has since apologized for the for the mistaken identity, whatever. Like, wait, we're accepting that the gang apologized. Like, oh, well, you know, they said sorry. But this guy, the store owner, he didn't do anything. He didn't call, you know, which is bad in itself. But at the same time, we don't know what position he was in. You know what I mean? And we're just like, the gang members, yeah, okay, they're arrested, but they apologized. That's how the media's painting. You see that, like, it's crazy. Like, they just, but, the gang apologized. Except nobody has said, let's crack down on these gangs that are just stabbing people in the middle of the street. I think that's a problem. I think, to me, that's an issue. We're more focused on closing down the store of a man who was probably threatened, and again, it's a double-edged sword, I understand. He was probably threatened. Just imagine yourself, 5 guys come into your store and say, you pick up that phone and come in and stab the shit out of everybody in here. You're not going to pick up that phone. Okay, unless there's special circumstance where you pull out a freaking shotgun and be like, well, okay, I want to see you try, and you blow one of their heads off and they start running, and that's different. But a lot of us aren't going to do that. A lot of, especially in New York, it's a big gun control state. People aren't used to, that may happen in Texas or Florida or something like that, but not in New York. I think most of the criminals have guns over there, if they do have them, and the police. So, but I mean, it's crazy that I'm guilty of the same thing that I'm talking about. The people I'm talking about, I'm guilty of saying, forget this store owner, close that store down. Nah, why didn't you do this? But I wasn't there. My life wasn't threatened, so I don't know. I'm over here I'm speaking from the comfort of my hotel room, from my balcony, talking about a situation that was a nightmare for everyone that was there, except the criminals. I really don't care what happens to the criminals. It was a nightmare for that victim, for that 15-year-old child who wasn't expecting at all any of this. Like, I can't even imagine what was going through this kid's head. Like, he's just in the store. It's not, whatever, man. But and I also, I'm not gonna sit there unless the evidence comes out that the store owner set him up. It's like, you can't really just like, well, I'm gonna take away your business. You'll never do business anymore. I can't believe you didn't do anything. We're not in that situation. We live in an age where everybody gets offended by everything, and now the what ifs, or the I would haves, are coming out and speaking. Oh, let's sign a petition. Well, I would have done this. How come you didn't do this? Well, you probably would have not done. You probably would have not done anything. If they said to you, now, if they did it and he didn't call shame on him, okay, he should have. If it was just like he saw from the back, behind the camera or something, or in the back room, and the people working in the store when it was like, hey, look, this kid just got dragged out. The minute that happened, he should have been on the phone or whatever. Yeah, but I mean, we're just the thing is we're jumping to conclusions with justice. We're trying to find some comfort. That's what's happening. We're trying to find comfort in the situation. We're trying to heal this wound. It's too early. The wound is too big on everybody, especially his mom and his family. But we're trying to heal the wound. That we'll find any reason, anything. Next thing we'll be like, well, that car that was in the corner shouldn't have been parked there, so let's take that guy's license. If he wouldn't have been parked there, the kid could have ran, whatever, or there should have been this there, or this guy shouldn't have moved. We're just trying to find something. We got the criminals already. We need to get the rest of them, because we know where they come from. We know who they're associated with. Let's things not focusing. Sorry. Let's go ahead and get the rest of them. All right. Focus on the actual problem. We know what the actual problem is. The thing is, a lot of people in the street don't want to talk out on gangs. Why? Because they're scared. If they talk out on the gang, they know what's going to happen, which is the same situation that happened to the guy. He was right there in front of him. We're over here on the other side of the camera, and And nobody wants to be like, oh, we gotta take care of this gang. No. Everybody's like, oh, we gotta take care of this bodega. Because the bodega guy ain't gonna do nothing to you. But you know the gang is. See you on the next move.